he would paint the picture, and I can still hear it. You know, wildcat ball, 1st and 10, ball on the 25-yard line, just inside the right hash. Butler in the shotgun, Stevens to his right, trips receivers to the left, single receiver right, Bailey Larkin.
It's intercepted by Devin Anderson inside the 5 at the 2 because Rennie LaRue Holloman had great pressure on Jake Dockert. He had to throw it off his back foot.
Single back Miller, quarterback sneak from Butler, pushed ahead, touchdown Latrobe.
Fake snow, he gives to Kraft again, he bounces left, Javonte to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Bearcats!
Dow loved, he had a gift and he loved, he really shared his gift. But I think more than anything else, he loved who he had. He loved who he served. And I think this is a reflection of that. How the love and affection that he had for this community and those that he served. And so I can't imagine that Dow Carnahan would not be overwhelmed but graciously receive it.
When you give a significant portion of your life to your community, which in essence is what he did, that's how you get to be known as the voice of anything. Covering football games, not only for Greater Latrobe, but for St. Vincent as well. Covering basketball games, Latrobe and St. Vincent. Doing the news every morning. You know, just the fact that he knew what was going on in our community and he was the trusted voice here. If somebody needed an MC, they called Dow Carnahan because the voice was recognizable. You knew the job would be professional. He was honest, he worked with integrity, and I think that that's what people respect the most about him, and that's why over time he became the person that he was. We never talked about it, but I know he would have had the opportunity to move on to a bigger market, but that just wasn't him. Many things can be said about Dow, but he was a Greater Latrobe guy.
Dow was committed to the community. He had the skill set that could have taken him to any major market. He could have broadcast for just about any sports team in the country, but he stayed here. This is where his roots were. He loved the community. He went out and jogged throughout Latrobe each and every day, and so many people would come up to him and they would talk to him, stop him along the way, and he never was too busy for them.
It became very evident early on that he was a deep-rooted individual and passionate about what he did as a broadcaster. He had a love for play-by-play broadcasting, and he had a love for sports overall, and a deep desire to see particularly interscholastic sports be successful.
You know, when I look back on our childhood, the first thing that comes to mind is we really grew up in a great neighborhood. We had a neighborhood, and this is no exaggeration, where we were out playing everything and anything, morning until night. I remember going to bed with grass-stained feet and legs that ached, and I think it was very unique, and I think that was a cultivator, you know, in Dow's life, with living with others and caring about other people and loving neighbors, because we truly did live it.
So I just got to know the man, got to know his parents, heard about his nephews, and you know, you just get to appreciate over time the body of work that he established and the amount of time that he put into our community, and it truly was his life. It was the essence of what he did.
There was so much interaction about other people and their lives, and I think he always from that had an interest, and he had a God-given gift, and I think that with the passion that he had for looking into others' lives and having experienced so much, I think, in his own life as an athlete and a student athlete, really tied a lot of that all together.
He was more than just football. He was more than just sports. Dow was a deeply concerned individual about the world around him. In our trips that we took, we spent a lot of what I called windshield time together. And during that time, got involved in a lot of deep conversations about the future of high school athletics, the future of sports, the future of education in our country.
I can think of no one better to measure up to the standard of Fred Rogers.
He was the first one to greet you every morning.
He was a great friend to me.
He was my big brother.
The voice of Latrobe through and through.
He's a good neighbor.
I'm Dow Carnahan with your award-winning WCNS News.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?